podcast. You can't sit around and keep bullshit. That time ticking, I'm telling you, dog. Man, that time ticking. Yeah. Look, time is of the essence, you gotta use it, you can't waste it all. I remember growing up, my favorite thing to do was ball, but now I'm really trying to get it. Whips and cribs and rollies with no diamonds in it. Gotta hold that value while that time is ticking. If you wanna talk a lot, just stop and listen. They giving out real game, you fuck around and miss it. Keep on running your mouth. Everything that I ever wanted, I stopped talking about. I had to really sit and focus. Really had to put some shit in motion. Now I'm in the game and I just flow with it. Can't rush me now. Anything negative in my way, then I just shut it down. I need positive energy. I'm trying to do some shit so when I'm gone, they remember me.
Ooh, buddy. What we doing? Welcome to episode 3 of the Blue Collar Podcast. We back. I know a lot of people have been asking, man, when you gonna drop the podcast? When you gonna drop? We need the next episode. People, I have a life. This is something that's new to me, something that I'm growing into and learning on a daily. Getting tips from people that have their own podcasts. I'm watching celebrities that have their own podcasts. So I'm just learning. I have a real life on top of doing this. So I understand you guys want content, but I'm not a full-time content creator. I have a life. I have bills. So please understand, I'm going to drop as many videos as I can as fast as possible. So just work with me. That's all I ask. But episode 3, I got something good for you. I feel like I've been kind of keeping it a little PG-13 for a good little bit. My dad has always told me, son, everybody has an alter ego. Okay. So when I initially first started the podcast, I wanted to do 2 versions. I wanted to do a Blue Collar podcast and the Sassy Daddy podcast. All in all, I came to agreement with myself. Probably don't need to dive into the Sassy Daddy things, but in the Sassy Daddy things is basically about modern day topics and topics that are genuinely dealing with people my age and younger. I'm 27 years old, so really, let's say 30 and down. Those kind of topics like the 50-50 and things like that people want to talk about. I'm really not into those kind of conversations. I don't really care for them. I have them on my IG story, on my Facebook story. I talk about it on Facebook sometimes, but all in all, I don't really care to dive into that. But what I will talk about is accountability today when it comes to how we react to hatred, bad words. Just it's some things I'll probably never understand, but I guess it's not for me to understand. The most recent situation that happened with Little Dirk being locked up, I do not feel bad for him whatsoever. He put himself in that situation. God put Little Dirk in a great position, a hard position, but a great position. God gave you a talent to rap, bro. Like, I don't really know how else to, put it, but not too many people have raw natural talent that's gonna help them make millions and millions of dollars. So God gave you something that he knew everybody would like, everybody's gonna dive into and do and listen to. They're gonna mimic you, they're gonna believe in you. He gave you that talent. And what do? You make money off of it, but you also go in and out of jail and you have kids. I think Lil Durk has 7 or 8 kids. He should be ashamed of himself. When God gave you the ability to rap, all the street shit and all of the negative stuff goes out the window. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. You're a family man now. You're a man. You're supposed to provide and protect for yours. but you still get caught up in street shit because you don't mind running the streets and having fun. Ain't nothing wrong with having fun, but it's a certain way that you go about having fun, especially when you start having kids. Because you're not just living for yourself anymore, you're living for them. So I hate to see people that's always outside and always having fun, but they're not doing shit with their fucking kids. Shame on you. Shame on you. You should be ashamed of yourself. You brought something beautiful into this world and you're taking it for granted. I don't really think people understand how serious it is to have kids, but in today's society, having kids is like, it's like a fucking sport. Who can have the most kids? Especially in my community, it's in everybody's community, but my community seems to not understand certain things when it comes to having kids out of wedlock. And if you have had kids out of wedlock, hey, sorry that happened to you, so be it. But the way I was raised, everybody wasn't raised in a two-parent household, but my parents have told me, get married, do it this way, do it that way, and it may not happen for you. It may not happen for you, but hey, I think it's smart enough to do it this way. So some people don't have the proper guidance. I've had that guidance. Some people have guidance and still go off and do their own things. That's a part of life. People gonna make their own mistakes. People gonna take their own road. They can have all the guidance in the world that they want, but at the end of the day, they're gonna do whatever the fuck they want to do. It's some kids that have grown up in two-parent households. I know that like to be in the streets and act tough and shit. Like, dude, your dad is a doctor and your mom does hair. They don't dive into street shit. So why are you wanting to be out and XYZ and just be stupid? When you come from good parents, when you're blessed with good parents, everybody doesn't get the opportunity to have two parents. I know some people now, they don't even know who their dad is or who their mom is. Some people have grown up with grandparents. And for Little Dirk to have the opportunity to change the narrative for our community, like, bro, you went and reproduced. You had kids. Now it's time to settle down and stop with the fuckery. The minute you found out you was having a baby, hey, I can't hang around y'all no more. I can't do this no more. Nope, sorry. I genuinely don't understand why we have such a problem with letting things go that isn't helping us progress in a positive way, especially when we have things to lose. Little Dirk, you're a millionaire with so many different things to lose, and you blow it all away. I genuinely don't understand it. God put so many people in so many blessed positions and they just fuck it over and play with it. When there's people out here trying to survive day in and day out, don't have nothing to eat, and you out here playing with your opportunity, that'll really piss somebody off. Somebody who out here grinding every day and you just got natural ability to make millions and millions of dollars and do whatever the fuck you want to do, and you take it for granted. That's a slap in the face to everybody who supports you and man, we gonna leave that situation where it's at. But I know they say not to question God, but I question him so much when I see people that's in blessed positions and they fuck it over of stupidity. Probably will never understand it. I have 6 bullet points for you today. 6 bullet points. So, all in all, you have to be emotionally aware to understand where you're going in life. When you are emotionally aware, you know who you are. When you know who you are, you know where you want to go. You know what makes you happy. You know what drives you. You know when you wake up in the morning, you know, hey, this is going to be my go-to. This is going to be something that makes me say, hey, I'm up. Let's go get some breakfast. Let's just get it. When you're emotionally aware, you're living life like that. So I named the topic change before they make you change. Change before they make you change. And when I say they, I mean the system. I'm talking about the justice system. Change before they have to make you change. You don't want, yo, I have so many people that I grew up with have failed to the justice system because they just couldn't get right. They didn't want to do right. But everybody has a choice. Everybody has a fucking choice, bro. We're going to dive deeper into that later on in this episode. First bullet point. Think before you react. I can't stress this enough with, especially in my community, people are so ready to crash out and call themselves young niggas and blah blah blah. We joke about it, but that's really what's going on in today's society, honestly. And it needs to be cut out. People are like, oh, I'm gonna crash out, blah blah blah. That shit not cute and it's not funny at all. Sorry to say. I've caught myself saying it sometimes, and when you really look back and think about it, it's not cute at all. Crash out? Crash dummy? Does that sound cute? Does that sound attractive? And people probably looking at me, oh, you lame. No, like, think about it. Like, you call yourself a crash out. When you hear younger men in this generation talking about, I'm a crash out, I'm a crash dummy. Oh, so you just meant to be out of control, go fast, and just run into shit at high levels of speed and do that over and over and over again. You're not getting anywhere. It's no type of progression. You're just fucking your body up. And we have so many people like that in this world, not only in the African American community. I think we just glorify it more than anything. And it's not cute. It's funny because we see it on TikTok and Instagram, and it's funny then. But when you start involving your family in this whole young nigga generation, or the crash out generation, it's not funny no more, because now they done killed your family, or they done don't mind my speaker. It's not funny anymore when it involves you and your family's livelihood. It's not funny anymore. Think before you react. I've been put into so many different situations where I could have easily said, yeah, fuck that. I'm finna fuck you up. But I had to think. Jail. Promise on everything. I can't remember the name of this movie. I want to say it's Prison Break or something. Excuse me. It's like Prison Break, but I want to say the dude that was in Why Did I Get Married, who was like who was laughing at Sheila for the muumuu dress she had on. He was like, oh, you look like a cow or whatever. I don't know his name, but he was in that prison movie. And I remember the guy who played in The Wood. His name was Stacy. He was the older brother to Sydney, I believe. He was repeatedly raped in that movie. Repeatedly. He was shooting up heroin in the movie, getting raped by the Nazis. They were just raping him, and then this man prayed to God, shot up, and then went and shanked the dude to death. That alone makes me think before I react in any situation. I swear to God, I'm terrified of prison. Or if you've seen that TikTok where it's the white dude, he was like, "Oh yeah, I just walk up in the cell, throw a dude a shank, and say, fight for your ass." Why do I want to live life like that? in fear for my manhood. Like that alone is going to make me act right. I'm a big dude. I'm 6'5", 230 pounds, but it's dudes out here bigger than me. Why do I want to be in a fight for my life and my manhood? That alone is going to make me think before I react. And a lot of people don't think before they react. They're so quick and so fast to snap back. But words have reactions to them. No matter who's in the wrong, your words will have a reaction. You can't control a reaction. And I'm working on that myself, especially in my profession as a referee. I have to be careful how I react to a player, how I react to a coach, how I talk to a coach, how I talk to a player. Because they might snap at me and I might not like it. And then I'll end up probably doing something so stupid that's going to probably jeopardize my job or make me look silly and put me out of place. So why would I not think before I react? If I don't think before I react, I put myself in a position where I'm going to mess up my money, and nothing's messing up my bankroll. I can assure you that. I'm not messing up my money for anybody, because rent don't stop coming around. Bills don't stop coming around. They're going to continue to come. So what do I look like messing up my consistent income? I'm going to always think before I react. So when you're in a road rage situation and you're like, oh, I got a gun on me, I'll just shoot him, blah, 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 I'll get a lawyer. No. Don't even go through that. If they steady going back and forth with you, do your best to get away. Even if you're in a rush to get somewhere, drive off on another exit and go another direction. I can assure you it's going to be well worth it, because that jail time is not going to be worth it. Even if you don't go to jail, court costs, license suspended, like all of those things cost. And shit is already expensive out here. So you don't want to have something on your record that's petty because it's going to cause you not to get jobs. Think before you react. That's bullet point number 1. Number 2, it's okay to walk away. So many people have problems with pride, bro. Pride really gets at people, especially with men. Pride and testosterone, especially a working man that's sexually frustrated, not getting what he wants, or a married man that's not getting what he wants. Oh, catch that man at a bad time. He done got off work and they done worked his ass all day, yelled at him all day. His wife ain't having sex with him right now because she going through menopause or some shit. Or his girl pregnant and she mad at him. She don't want to have sex with him. He still got to pay the bills. Catch one of them dudes on a bad day, they will chill. Yeah. But even if you going through something like that, you got to be able to say, man, it's not worth it. It's okay to walk away. I'm so big on now. I'm so big on putting my pride to the side. I'm not afraid to put my pride to the side. I'm quick to say, yeah, you got it, bro. You got it. Yep. I'm a bitch. Yep. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You right. You right. Just don't touch me. It's okay to walk away. Now, when they start putting your life in jeopardy, then you know it's okay to react. But for the most part, just put it behind you. I promise you, it is so much worth it, especially if you have kids. Your kids count on you day in and day out. Don't put them in that position where you're gonna lose them to the system. Please, I can't stress this enough. Please don't put yourself in that predicament. I've seen it happen to close friends. It's not a pretty sight. So walk away before it's too late. And when it's too late, it's too late. That's bullet point number 2. Bullet point number 3. Pride is a motherfucker, but so is jail. Pride is a motherfucker, but so is jail. So having you can be the most prideful person in the world. You can be that, but jail is real, buddy. You best believe jail is real. Don't take it for a joke. Don't play with it. Them dudes on the inside, they don't fuck off, and they've been there for years and years, and they just be waiting for new people, waiting to get recycled, see who they can fuck with. They live for shit like that. Do you know how mentally sick that is? Think about it. Somebody who know they not getting out of jail, they just gonna continue to fuck with people and fuck with people, mess with people mentally. They ain't got nothing to lose. So now you don't put yourself in a situation where, yeah, I get out in 5 years, but they ain't never getting out. So they might put you in a predicament where you're gonna have to probably defend yourself. And now you don't risk getting more time because they know they ain't getting out, so they're gonna antagonize you, push your buttons. Why put yourself in that situation? Avoid it at all costs. Don't have too much pride. I'm telling you. I've seen people with so much pride get locked up, and then they get out and they're like, man, I shouldn't have did that shit. I shouldn't have did it. But you had to learn the hard way. That's number 3. Number 4, replace negative thoughts with positive ones. I'm big on this. Super, super big on this. When you're arguing with people, some people black out, some people see red. People crazy as fuck. But when you going back and forth with somebody and you just thinking of all the negative shit you want to do to them, think about something positive in your life. Like for me, I get happy that I get to wake up and have a basketball game to do later on that night. I just look forward to it because I love officiating. So anytime I'm mad, I just think about, man, I got a game coming up. Fuck that shit. I ain't thinking about that no more. I got a game coming up and I'm getting paid for it. Yeah, man, that shit ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. Yeah, fuck that. Yeah, whatever's happened happens. That's just how my mind is programmed now. I know I got a basketball game coming up. I'm gonna enjoy it. I'm gonna embrace it. I'm gonna have a good time out there. Fans gonna be loud. That's just how I look at things. So find your happy place. That should really be the 4th bullet point. Find your happy place. Replace negative thoughts with positive ones, but ultimately find your happy place. What what makes you go? What makes you smile? Think about that when you thinking about, man, I just want to fuck them up, or I don't like my boss. My boss just really pissed me off. Think of positive thoughts. I can assure you, you you're gonna tune out everything. Number 5, what do you have to lose? What do you have to lose? People with nothing to lose don't care. So essentially, they don't give a fuck about how they react to things. So it's like, yeah, cool. I probably crashed out just now, but I don't care. They literally do not care. But you got to think about what you yourself, what do you have to lose? Because if you got a family, it's not worth it. It's really not. I know people go to the extreme to protect their family, but your family can't, your family can't prosper without you there, or with you behind bars, with you fighting a case. You got to control your emotions. You got to be emotionally self-aware, because you'll end up putting yourself in a situation where that you can't get out of. And if you can't, it's going to be some years spent behind a cell or in a grave. So think before we react. and think about what you have to lose. Number 6, stop idolizing internally confused celebrities. Oh, fuck. I can't stress this enough. We live in a generation where these kids looking up to these fucking celebrities. We're doomed. We are fucking. No, I'm playing with you. I'm playing. Listen, see, thought I was about to crash out. Nah, but on a serious tip, these celebrities go through some of the same shit we go through, day in and day out. They might just got, not might, they have just a little bit more money than us. That's all it boils down to. And I'm dying on that hill. They just have a little bit more money than us. That's all it is. They got a little bit more money. So they ain't got to worry about, damn, I still got to pay bills. Like, yeah, you got to pay bills, but you know you got the money. Regular folk, like, you ain't got enough time to be fucking mad because you're going to fall behind on your bills. Nigga. Still got to go to work. They could fucking be like, yeah, I can call my agent. I can sit out today and just fucking cry all day. You can't do that shit as no regular person. Can't do that shit. But we as regular people, we look at these celebrities like, oh my God, I want to live like them. And you don't even know how they living. All this shit you see on TikTok, man, I know y'all seen the black lady who got the big white guy. Oh, this is why I don't fuck with black men. Blah, blah, blah. White men are the best. The whole time she paying the bills in the house. Girl, get the fuck. Man, look at out here looking crazy. Got black women feeling like, yeah, girl, leave that nigga alone. Come get you a white man. Whole time the white man in the house chilling while she out there busting her ass, having kids. That social media shit be a lie, man. It's a facade. It's all an act. It's for revenue. I'm seeing people on my timeline copying and pasting statuses that went viral from Twitter and acting like they made the status. So you go to their page, they got some followers. They got a couple thousand followers. And people are like, oh my God, you're so funny. No, you're not fucking funny. You didn't think of that originally. You stole it from somebody else's page and your shit went viral because people know you. And they think that you said it. And I hope they see it on another site and they're like, well, damn, who said it first? The person from Twitter said it first. I can't stand people that do corny shit, especially like that. But then you got people that's younger than me that look up to shit like that. Oh, you get hella interactions on Facebook, so hella people must know you. You're popular, but no. There's still a lame in real life, trust me. But stop idolizing these celebrities that's fucked up in the head and don't really know what they want. They just got money. They got to the top somehow. They figured it out financially, but they might still be struggling on the inside. You don't even know. People have no clue, and they just assume because of what they see on social media. And it's sad. You got to dive deeper than social media. You got to see way past that. Trust me. Believe that shit. These celebrities can put on as much as they want, but they are not real. All of them, all the stuff that you see on here, it's not as real as you think. Trust me. So, as you know, we do our quote of the day and scripture of the day. So, quote of the day: if we concentrated more on what we have in common instead of our differences, the world would be a better place. And I wholeheartedly agree with this statement. I'll read it again for you. If we concentrated more on what we have in common instead of our differences, the world would be a better place. So many people live their lives, get successful, and they're like, oh, well, I got to this level by doing this. And, you did it this way. So that's why you're not here. And then they look down on you and they're like, yeah, we're not the same. We're different. I'm richer than you. And it's like, okay. Opposed to like, yeah, I mean, I had to do that. I had to go through that. And this is how I got here. So when you focus on what you have in common and what you can help people with, they can grow and get to that same level. But people have such a fucking crab pot mentality that they will not give you the sauce. They won't give you the recipe because they selfish. Don't be that person. So many people ask my mom, how do you make your seafood rice? She might fuck around and tell you what she put in it. But that's all she gonna tell you. She ain't gonna tell you the seasonings, all the other stuff that goes into it. It's a certain way that you have to make it. When my mom first came out with her seafood rice, I ain't seen nobody in Jacksonville selling seafood rice or seafood salad. She started popping around COVID time. I'm starting to see people doing seafood salad and seafood rice. But it's cool. We all can do that. We all can sell the same things because everybody has a different audience. My mom has her own audience. My mom might have the north side. Somebody else might have the east side. Somebody else might have the south side or the west side. But my mom has no problem with putting people on. She probably might not tell you all her secrets, but she'll tell you, oh yeah, I did it this way. And then you might go try and do it, and it might not taste like hers though. That's the difference. But you can't say, oh, you a hater. You ain't trying to help me out. Nah, we got a lot in common, and she realizes that kind of stuff. Well, you just like me. You trying to come up like me. Cool. I'll help you. But you got to figure out the rest on your own. So, opposed to kicking a person when they down, lift them up. See what y'all got in common. You never know who you may meet in today's society. You never know. Don't forget, it's all about who you know. Scripture. So, the topic was change before they make you change. Self-explanatory. The scripture. Exodus 20, chapter 20, verse 12. Honor your mother and father, that your days may be long in the land that the Lord your God is giving you. Honor your mother and father, that your days may be long in the land that the Lord your God is giving you. Obey your parents. Simple as that. Young people watching this, obey your parents. Especially if you got two of them in the household. Majority of parents want the best for you, not all parents. So I don't know what you have in your household, but typically when people listen to their parents, they're pretty successful. Great example. My dad bought me my first car in high school. And then that car got me to college. Summer, I'm doing whatever I want with the car. My dad said one simple thing. He said, son, I don't care what you do. Have fun. Enjoy college. I was an hour and 30 away from home in Daytona from Jacksonville, Florida. My dad said, hey, man, listen. Do whatever you want in your car. That's your car. Keep up with it. Keep up with the oil changes, the brakes, the tires. Keep up with all that stuff. If you need help, call me. I'll help you out. Cool. But one condition. If you come back to Jacksonville, let me know. So I'm looking at him like, that's it? Like, yeah. It was like, I don't want you home without me knowing. I need to know that you're safe. Cool, Dad. Nigga, that's it? He was like, yeah, bro, that's it. I just need to know when you're home. Bet. That's a bet. acted like shit was cool, disobeyed my dad. I did it a couple times. He didn't even know. He don't even know to this day. He gonna see when he watch this shit. He probably gonna be like that's sneaky ass nigga. That nigga sneaky. But he gonna laugh. So I was going back and forth to Jacksonville, doing whatever I wanted, living life. I was fucking wilding in college, bro. Oh, man, I probably came home like 10 different times and I ain't tell my dad, bro. God damn. But, man, I was doing all kind of shit. But I was talking to a young lady, and I used to pick her up in Jacksonville, and we used to come back to Daytona for the weekend. One particular time, we got into a real bad argument. I said, you know what? I'm fucking done with you. I'm going to take your ass back home. It was 11 o'clock at night. We had been out all day, been at the beach, played in the sand, was tired. I was supposed to take her back home that next day because we had weights in the morning and nothing else. If you had summer workouts at Daytona State, you know what I'm talking about. We had weights in the morning because it was a holiday. I remember it was a holiday during the summertime. I think it was July 4th weekend of 2015. I got to check the dates. However, it's 11 o'clock at night. We got into an argument. At this point, it's 12. Boom. I'm taking your ass home. I'm taking you back to Jacksonville. She like, cool, take me home. I'm like, all right, bitch, I'll take you home. Shit, but why did I let my pride get the best of me? So I'm like, y'all about to get this motherfucker out of here. Get in the car. Get to St. Augustine. My eyes getting heavy. I'm like, shit. All right, straight. I turn up the music or whatever. I start swerving. I'm like, oh. So I stop. I pull to the side. I pull to a gas station. Got an energy drink. I'm like, fuck. I wake myself up. Put some more gas in my car. Keep in mind, I'm down to my last $60. I'm at half a tank. I put $20 in the tank. I'm at $40 up until next Wednesday when my dad come to Daytona and he was going to give me some more money. I had to spend all my money on her. We had to went out, but I knew, I'm like, yeah, my dad going to give me some more. And that's the thing. I took that shit for granted. Keep that in mind. Get her to Jacksonville. I'm super tired at this point. It's 1:30 in the morning. I called my older cousin Damien. Damien, blah, blah, blah. I got to get back to Daytona. I don't have no money because I had them put the rest of the money in my car. So Damien, I had $40 and I put the $40 in my car. And at that point, I'm like, shit, I know I'm going to need another 20 to get back. Cool. Put the gas in my car, get back on the road. I'm 15 minutes away from my apartment. I'm fighting sleep. You talking about fighting for your life? I'm like, dozing. Yeah. I'm good. Like, man, fuck. Damn. Whew. Slapping myself. Screaming. Trying to wake myself up. When you sleepy, you sleepy. I don't know why I did this, but my body just got so relaxed. I leaned my seat back a little bit. I'm 15 minutes from my apartment. I'm like, I'm finna cruise this shit. I'm cruising. I just feel my eyes closing. The wheel turning. Doze off. All I hear is, somehow my fucking hand was on the horn. I don't know how my hand got on the horn. So I'm honking the horn. So I woke myself up. So I'm leaning towards the median. I'm about to hit the median. I swerve right. So now at this point, I'm back on the street. I'm back on the highway. Now I'm swerving. Now I'm fishtailing. I'm panicking. Now I'm like, oh shit, I'm about to fucking, Oh God. So I swerved hard to the right and I shouldn't have did that. I end up flipping and flipping and flipping and flipping. I flipped probably like 6 to 10 times. I kid you not. Left. I flipped. The car landed on its side. So now I had done stopped and got juice. Open juice was flying around my CDs because I had a CD player, a big ass pack of CDs that my older cousin Dorian gave me of like Webby and Bootsy, fucking everything. Like Dorian hooked me up. He was like, "Man, I got some CDs or whatever. You know, you can play in your car." I'm like, "Cool." That flew around, pennies and chains, loose chains flying around, bags. I'm like, "Fuck." So as soon as the car stopped and I'm laying sideways like this, first thing I said, "Man, my daddy gonna beat my ass." I didn't say anything else. I swear to God, I put this on Frankie Grave, dog. I put this on everything I love. The first thing that came out my mouth, my daddy gonna beat my ass. That's the first thing that came out my mouth. I couldn't think of nothing else besides my daddy gonna beat my ass. And keep in mind, I hadn't got a whooping since like fucking like 9th grade or so. But I just knew it was coming. And it wasn't gonna be no belt to ass. It was gonna be fist. Because at that point, I was 18. No, I was 17. But now it's like, nigga, you in college now. Ain't no more belt to ass. It's fist now. And my daddy was I was like 170. My daddy is like 250. Terrified of that man. Still to this day. I might be a little bit bigger than him now, but I know if shit got to cracking, he'll probably hit me up. I kicked myself out of the car. I kicked the window, bust it open. I climb out the car, run to the street. Luckily, a car seen me crash out. It was, "Are you okay?" Blah blah blah. Thought you were dead. Got to the tow truck and he towed it away. Had to call my dad, tell him what happened. Parents stopped talking to me for a week. No, for a month actually. And my mom was like, "You grown, nigga? You grown? Figure it out. I ain't sending you nothing." And she had just sent me some groceries. And my dad had brought some stuff that next day he had to come up there. How ironic. I crashed my car the same day my dad got to come see me. How fucking ironic. He came and seen me. All my dad said was, "I'm disappointed in you." He was like, "You think you grown? Be grown. You don't need us, right? Cool." Dad cut off communication. I ran out of food. I was starving. I had to ask my homeboy, my roommate Austin, bro, can you please take me to the grocery store? He ain't had no car because he lived in Kansas City, Missouri. I was his transportation. So he was like, "Nigga, we gonna have to get a ride." My homeboy Greg, my teammate Greg, let us hold his truck, took us to Walmart. Austin bought me some groceries. I think Nashad pitched in too. Greg gave me, a little bit of stuff. But I was fucked up. All because I didn't listen to my dad, what my dad said. I didn't do one small thing my dad said, so it hurt me. It bit me in the ass because I didn't listen to him. So honor your parents. They know what they talking about. They done been there and done that before. And so whenever I have kids, it's going to be so hard to pull shit on me because I done did probably everything you could think of. So ain't really going to be no time for playing around with me. Because I'm going to be on everything because I've done everything. I've been through the ringer with life in general. So you can't really fool me nowadays. And I ain't having kids no time soon, but they damn sure not going to be able to fool me. I'm going to say that shit right now. All in all, thank you for tuning in to episode 3. Change before they make you change, man. Think before you react. That's really all I can tell you. I appreciate y'all tuning in. This is the Blue Collar Podcast, episode 4 coming soon. maybe this week. Stay tuned. You'll see.
Really had to put some shit in motion. Now I'm in the game and I just flow with it. Can't rush me now. Anything negative in my way, then I just shut it down. I need positive energy. I'm trying to do some shit so when I'm gone, they remember me.